This court's going to call cause number 50576. This is in the 88th District Court of Hardin County, Texas. And it's in the interest of Jocelyn and Riley Carter. Did I say that name right? Jocelyn?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn? Okay. Miss Jessica Taylor Carter now, and Mr. Daniel Carter, please raise your right hands. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Y'all can both put your hands down. Thank you. All right, Ms. Brown-Zito, this appears to be a motion to confirm that you filed back in July of 2022.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any other witnesses besides the parties?
No, Your Honor.
All right, your case has been called. You can call your first witness.
Your Honor, this time I would call Miss Jessica Taylor Carter.
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name.
Jessica Carter.
And you were previously Jessica Taylor, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And we filed this to take a judgment as to the arrears on the case, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
We're here today to talk about your children, Jesselyn and Riley, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
They are both of them getting ready to emancipate?
No.
One of them is 2000 and next year will
Yeah, she'll be 18. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Has something changed between you and Mr. Carter since the last order?
Yes, we got married in December.
Okay.
And we got back together about a year and a half ago.
Okay. Now, can you make sure that you send our office a copy of your marriage license so that we can stop the child support?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But there are, would you agree with me that there are some back arrearages that were owed?
Yes.
Case? Your Honor, at this time, I would offer the pay record in this case.
All right, hold on. Let me get that on the screen. Ms. Carter, I've just placed on the screen a copy of the alleged pay record between you and Mr. Carter. Is it okay if I look at this pay record?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Same question, Mr. Daniel Carter. Is it okay if I look at this pay record?
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit A is admitted into evidence.
Now, it's my understanding from future conversations we've had with you that you would like to release any of the arrears that are owed to you.
Yes.
Okay. On the child support, that would be $30,953.11 as of June 9th. Does
Okay.
that sound correct?
Yes.
Okay. And on the medical arrears, there are some of those medical arrears that are owed to you, and there's some that are owed to the state. Do you agree on that?
Yes.
Okay. And the amount that is owed to you is $1,632.52. That's how much on the medical arrears you could release.
Yes,
Does
ma'am.
that sound right?
Yes.
Those are the ones that are owed to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And then there are $1,351.66 that's owed to the state that can't be released.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you're good with an order that orders payback on those amounts at $1,351.66.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
I do.
everything else, do you realize that once that is signed and once you release that, you can never go back and get that?
Yes, ma'am. I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
It's continued being pulled out of his check, but we stopped getting the payments. So what happens with what he's paid in so far that we haven't received?
There should be that means there was a hold on the case. And when we do something like this, we put a hold on the case.
Okay.
So at that time, you're asking that any of those monies that aren't owed, that'll probably get applied to first. Any monies we have will get applied to the monies owed to the state.
Okay.
Anything else would be because we have to get that marriage license from you to stop the child support.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have no further questions of this witness.
Call your next witness.
I would call Daniel Carter. Will you please state your name for the court?
Daniel Wayne Carter.
And Mr. Carter, you and Miss Taylor are now married, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you heard the amount of arrears that were announced.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you in agreement that those arrears are owed at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that there's some monies owed to the state on the medical that you would have to pay back?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are in agreement to doing that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're in agreement to releasing those other arrears, all of those as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I have no further questions of this witness.
Call your next witness.
I have no further witnesses, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Brown Zito, you're showing that, so you're asking for a judgment as of June the 9th of 2023 of 0 child support dollars, and how
Yes,
much
sir.
medical support dollars?
$1,351.66
All right,
after the release.
all right.
I think that's maybe actually, I mean, well, we've had a hold on it, so there won't be any, there shouldn't be any.
Well, I got to order it paid back, so.
Yeah, yes, sir. I was just making sure we haven't had any payments that slipped through that he should have gotten credit for.
All right. Ms. Carter, is there any questions about this case before I make a ruling?
No, sir.
Mr. Carter, is there any questions from you before I make a ruling?
I got one question.
Go ahead.
Can they state how much that's there that they've had on hold within
They
the last
can,
year?
but they can, but it ain't gonna make any difference.
All right, fair enough.
But you should get an explanation, right?
I just want to know how much, because they've had it on hold for almost a year now,
Right.
okay? And I want to know what they have right now should terminate what I owe the state.
Right. And I'm assuming that, Mr. Carter, but I got to order a payout anyway, just
That's
to keep.
fine.
real
I was
estate.
just curious for myself.
The bad or good thing on how you want to look at it is we have a rule in this state called a separation of powers. So the Attorney General's office is considered to be the executive branch, kind of like the presidential branch. And I'm considered to be the judicial branch. I am not allowed to put my little fingers in how they distribute money,
Yes, sir.
because
get
that would be an overextension of what my powers are. I can make
Yes, sir.
suggestions and I can put it in my order as a suggestion, but I can't tell the AG's office what to do with money.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Court will find the court has jurisdiction. The court's going to find that Miss Carter, that now Miss Carter, has voluntarily and intelligently decided to release the arrears in her case, which I commend. If that's in the best interest of her children and Mr. Carter's children, then good. And therefore, based on her testimony, I'm going to find that the arrears in this case, as of June the 9th of 2023, are $0 for child support. And as on the same date after her release of the money that's owed to her, Mr. Carter will owe back medical support the amount of $1,351.66. I'm going to order that to be paid back at a rate of $20 a month each and every month till it's paid in full, beginning August the 1st of 2023. Mr. Carter will, however, be responsible for court costs, but I'll give him all the way until December 31st of 2023 to pay my court cost. Ms. Brown Zito, does that take care of all the issues before the court today in regards to this case?
Yes, Your Honor, that was, how much was that on the medical again?
20?
20 as of starting July 1st?
Oh, July 1st. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
I got confused.
I'm a month ahead for some strange reason, and I have no excuse why. None. So yes, June 1st. Anything further, Ms. Brown Zito?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Carter and Mr. Carter, what's going to happen now is Ms. Brown Zito's office is going to send me a court order. If it matches what I said here today, I'm going to sign it, get it back to them. Then they're going to make a copy of it and send it to each of you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
You got to give them a couple of weeks to get all of the financial stuff cleared out, and then the money will post, and whatever's left over will be refunded back to Mr. Carter.
Yes, sir.
All right. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you too.